Hello everyone, this is Corin Landwalker. You're looking at your clock and seeing the weird time and thinking, didn't he say earlier that he was going to be on at 8 p.m. Eastern? Well, I ran into what is commonly referred to as technical difficulties, which is to say I attempted to update the BIOS on my computer and it forked everything, and I had to do a system restore to get everything working again, including connecting to Star Trek Online, which is what we're here for today. Specifically, the Delta Challenge. The video was whipped up by Endeavor from Endeavor Games. The Delta Challenge came from Zone 51 Alex, and it's a pretty straightforward, well, relatively straightforward challenge. Basically, we're going to get 2 builds of a ship to a quote-unquote finished state. The weaponry needs to be faction-specific, which is disruptors for Klingons, which is what I'm playing. Can't use the exchange, can't use reputation, can't use a whole lot of stuff. You can use energy credits, so you can buy stuff at the vendors, but you can't use dilithium vendors. At least not until certain milestones are met. And given how often I'm doing this, the odds of hitting those milestones are probably not great. That's okay though. The point is to try it out and have some fun. Whoever gets there first gets there first. My contestant is Katheg of the Klingon Empire. So, you know, you can see how he's going to be dealing with things. Shoot, shoot, shoot until they stop moving. Without further ado, let's roll a couple hours worth of Star Trek Online. See what we can do. We wrapped up the early Klingon mission arcs. Dealt with the Fakiri, dealt with Hirogen. So I don't really recall where we are in the Great Food Chain. We do have some duty officer missions I can complete, so I shall do so now. And I got myself another bridge officer, but I'm not going to have him join right now because, well, don't really need him. And we'll just zip through the list of current missions. And we will do some of these. Let's see. Okay, good. That's not going to lose any of my duty officers. Don't want to get my duty officers killed off early. I need them to give me experience. Oh, how about that? That was an interesting one. And I'm just going to grab a few of the personal ones. I'm not going to go into the... Oh, let me back up there. Did I see some recruitments? I do indeed. So we're going to grab the recruit missions. Contraband, which is always handy. Treat for an illness. And I'm going to execute one of my holograms. Yes, I know. It's trying to figure out how does that make sense, executing a hologram. I like to think of it as erasing its program. Besides, as I recall, well, actually we won't run into that because they moved off of the main mission chain. I've ranted about that before. I'm not going to inflict it on people again. So it looks like we're going to be hitting the Romulan mystery now. So we are going to hail
The Romulans researched
Kemek.
Borg technology at a base known as the Vault. The Vault was abandoned.
And we're not going to be listening to a whole lot of this because we're kind of burning
the
through
Romulan
you.
homeworld.
First, I need to
We
get a
sent a
small
group of scout
craft.
ships into the region of Union.
So I need to speak to Vishka at the Chancellor's Hall. I am conveniently facing the Great Hall right now. So we will just run into the Great Hall. Alright, I really think they redesigned a little bit of first speed, because I don't remember those doors opening and closing in the day. Alright, Vishka, tell me about small ships. And there's a whole lot of things here that we really don't need to deal with, because, again, we're burning through. Now, the good news is, as I understand it, the Shuttlecraft do not have the restrictions that virtually everything else does in this challenge. But I'm going to treat it that way, because I'm hardcore. Either that or insane. Either one works. So up here I should be able to get myself a shuttlecraft. Speak with the Shuttle Information Officer. You are a Shuttle Information Officer. I'm reporting to you. So, what I need to do now is go to the acquisition, which I just walked right by, and get a new starship, and the category is going to be small craft. There's supposed to be small craft. Oh, there we go, shuttle. Okay, I was close. And we'll put fighter in there too, just to see what the options are. And we're going to do all ranks because it's all ranks. Obviously, I'm not going to be grabbing a Federation ship. I mean, that's just garbage. The Curva shuttle, I believe, is the baseline shuttlecraft for the Klingons. The Tauron, well, the Tauron's an option, and it's available for energy credits. So I can justify I was originally going to go with the Kivra because, you know, that's the effectively free shuttlecraft. But Tauron, that's a different story. That's energy credits, and I have the energy credits. Now, ordinarily, if I were not doing the challenge, I would be using the Dujad Chariot, which is the veteran reward for longtime players, which is better than the baseline. And then, of course, we have all these special ones, most of which are Federation, but we have the Toduch Fighter, and yeah, I know I'm probably pronouncing it incorrectly. I don't speak Klingon. I've probably mentioned that before. But this is a C-store thing that was given away at one point, and since it was a C-store thing, I'm not getting involved with it. So, we're going to go all the way back here to the Tauron shuttle, and we are going to buy that shuttle and use that one. It is the IKS Parpak. What's in the name? Let's see, I can set the small craft station here. It's a universal station, so anybody can use it. It'll only use the first spot in it, so I'm either going to have a tactical team, high-yield torpedoes, power to weapons, engineering team, tractor beam, or yet another tactical team. Choices, right? I'm going to go with, well, you know what? If I go with the tactical team, it'll take the shields that are being not hit and put the power in the shields that are being hit. Yeah, we'll put Tethani in there. He doesn't get enough to do anyway. Alright. And I can customize the appearance just like I can with other ships, so let's do a customization of the Shuttlecraft, just for giggles. I kind of tend to go for veteran looks, but what do the other ones look like? 2, 1. Yeah, you know what, we'll go with the veteran one. No choices on anything else here, so we'll just apply the changes and rock. Alright, we're going to transwarp to the Hakona system. Because ordinarily I like to take my leisurely time, but rush. And they didn't actually take me to the Hakona system, so we're going to do it again. But you may have noticed that I'm not exactly in a small craft, and I have to do the small craft to do the vault. Luckily, okay, this isn't even remotely funny. It keeps putting me at Kronos. So I have no choice but to hoof the hard way. This is the face of not happiness. Oh, what's he doing in here? Let's put him into the candidate roster. There we go. Then he's not clogging up my inventory. In the meantime, let's see. Is there anything on my Tesseract communicator that I've ignored that would be worth claiming? I've claimed all my story episode stuff. I'm not claiming these yet because they give me marks for reputation, and I don't know what reputation I want to mess with yet. And I don't have access to these guys yet. And one of them I'm probably not going to for a while because I accidentally missed this one, and episode replay is not available to me in this challenge at this time. I'm pretty sure it'll be unavailable until at least the Dyson arc. And if I should get to the Dyson arc by the end of the challenge, I will be really surprised. While I'm passing through systems, I might as well see if there's any duty officer assignments in the sector that are worth grabbing. A couple science ones, it looks like. Trade. What else we got? What else we got? More exploration. I mean, if I'm going to have to go through the hard way of going through all of this, I might as well at least try to see if there's anything I can grab through each sector. Ugh. The one mission that the transwarp doesn't want to work in. And I'm pretty sure that I don't have... Yeah, the only transwarp capability I can go beyond mission related is back to Kronos, which is where I started. So, yay. Ooh, we got some good stuff here. Disabled freighters were always good, except they went away almost immediately. They tease me. They taunt me. Oh, more exploration. Because you do those raids, they help your Marauder duty officer work. And if you do really well with the Marauder duty officer work, you can get yourself, well, let's take a look here. If you get to rank 1, you get, well, for every duty officer tier you get to, you get a duty officer. But when you get to the top of rank 4 on Marauder, you can also grab a single bridge officer from an enemy faction. So for the Klingons, for example, that means I can grab anyone that can be made on the Starfleet side. So I can have a human bridge officer, or an Andorian, or even, I shudder to think, a Vulcan. Federation equivalent is the diplomacy duty officer chain, and likewise, they would be able to get anyone who is a Klingon officer. So you can get Klingon as opposed to the Federation Klingons. You can get Orions. You can get Gorn. So, you know, it's a way of making them stand out. However, there is no special equivalent for that for any... Oh, here's one. You can replicate a purple emergency engineering hologram. Oh, wait, those are duty officers. Never mind. I'm pretty sure they're duty officers. I can't prove it. Okay, security. So while most of these are duty officer related, at least some of them are giving you replicating capability for purple quality emergency holograms. So I never really noticed that before. Learn something new every day. Here we are, the Hakona system. But again, like I said, I can't get in because I'm flying a Klingon battlecruiser, and Klingon battlecruisers are a little too big. But luckily, a long time ago, they put in the capability to switch your starship in flight. So we will break out the Parpok. Of course, they gotta do the warp in, warp out effect, which I'm not sure why they bother, but I was not consulted. Alright. Now we can go in the vault. Well, actually, we'll go in the vault after I move a couple things around here. No auto fire. Oh, no auto fire in the torpedoes. Get my basic bridge officer, well, my basic captain abilities up. Because the last thing I want is to not have them available. Always. Oh, and while I also have a special ability on the ship which will allow me to jam sensors. That could be pretty important. You will see why. Shield frequency. Okay, I believe that's all the abilities I can play with here. Enter the system, and well, we're not going to enter the vault right away because we have guests.
Obviously, this station isn't as abandoned as Intel suspected.
And I'm not interested in talking to a
Sensors are
Romulan.
reading a sophisticated...
Shut up, Romulan. I've got business to do. Okay, fine. What?
Agreements are all over this system.
Communication
All the
satellite,
construction
tactical.
work out
Okay,
here must
that's
be
not good.
read.
Derelict,
Sensors are
science.
reading
That's not good.
agreements are all
Stellar debris.
material requirements to-
Now you would
agreements
think
are
that it
all
would be
over this
backwards.
system.
You think
If we start a
science would
fight
get the
with
stellar
one of the
debris,
ships,
and
we'll
engineers
probably
would
have to
get the
fight them
derelict
all.
ship.
And there's no telling
But
if
that would
there's
make
a small
sense.
patch of nebula gases
And we can
near
sneak
the
through a nebula,
agreements are
but we're
all
going to go
over
for the
this system.
stellar
The
debris.
material requirements to make a base of that size must have been
So look
enormous.
for one of the
Agreements
large
are all-
asteroids. Okay. Now the goal here is to avoid detection by those Romulans. Luckily, I have a cute little toy called a cloaking device. So that should help. Oh, and there's the beacon. And there's the asteroid. And whoa, it does stand out, doesn't it? Right? Let's scan that.
This asteroid is unusually large.
We can cut a piece and do stuff with it, so let's... Okay, that didn't do what I was expecting. Oh, okay, I got shielded. Okay, that was my bad. And do a material analysis.
This fragment is full of
Nudge it with the
terrain.
tractor beam. We can
Follow
do that.
rock.
Follow that rock. Man, that feels like something that would be out of a comedy routine. Follow that rock. Of course, it's a pretty slow-moving rock. But it does look like it's picking up speed. That's right. Go that way. Oh, I'm catching up a little too much. Drop speed a bit. Ooh, whoa, whoa. Now it's really accelerating. Cripes. Well, that picked up fast, didn't it? Whoa! Slow down, slow down. I'm going to get too far. I gotta admit, this is turning to be a little more challenging than I was expecting it to be. Maybe I should have stuck with the micronebulas.
Approaching the tachyon grid perimeter. If we're detected by it, that will definitely alert the Remans.
Well, that's why we have big asteroid going through first. I think we made it. Oh, thank heavens, I thought someone was shooting at me. Enter the station. Now we get to the fun stuff.
Picking up some unusual energy readings.
Yes, yes, yes. Do your energy reading things. Meanwhile, I'm going to do the hard work and actually shoot things. That reminds me, let's get my power set to weapons. Because, you know, Klingons! War! Violence! Disruptor beams! Yar! Well, okay, skip the yar part. That's more of a pirate's thing.
We've tripped some security systems.
We have we? Well, we better deal with those security systems before they deal with me. Okay, tracker beam's done, which is good, because tracker beams are going to go directly to hull damage, and I can't take a lot of hull damage. Hey, Zone 51, Alex. How are you doing this evening? We are having a little bit of fun in the vault, continuing the Delta Challenge. I am using a shuttle. I'll be more specific.
Safety measure in case something went wrong.
I'm using a Tauron shuttle.
Access appears to be controlled by use of security.
Because I'm hardcore.
We can disable it. The security key is on a rotation.
Alright, I was supposed to get the scan debris first so I can get the key.
This defense turret was hooked into part of the security
6750.
network.
Alright.
There's a security code in its subsystem.
So we're just going to sit here and wait for the security key to roll through.
Key in the appropriate code when the rotation matches to it.
No.
Trying a code on the wrong rotation will probably invalidate that code, so be careful with the timing.
Challenge does not include shuttles. Yeah, I did recognize that, but I decided I'm going to do it the hardcore way anyway. Because I'm insane.
That's it. Well done. We should...
Besides, it's a Klingon shuttle. It's practically a battleship by itself compared to those weakling Federation stuff. We are just going to skip on through here. Oh, okay, let's turn off the impulse engines. And we're going to take care of those annoying tracker beams and disruptor turrets before they make my life difficult. Oh, we have some up there. How careless. Okay, go through the barrier. One day I will be able to figure out the timing on that so I can go through without frying my ship systems. But today is not that day. And tomorrow ain't looking good either. Yep, there it went, right on schedule. Redistribute. I don't believe I'm going to be shot at anytime soon, so I will kick my power distribution shields until they're all nice and neat again. And
that's a Borg sphere.
so it is. At least the bottom half of it. Or maybe the bottom quarter would be more accurate, because it doesn't look like half.
The Borg sphere is dormant.
That's good, because if it weren't dormant, I'd have to worry about being assimilated. Alright. Open sesame. I have a sneaking feeling this is the way I came in. Yes, it is. I knew I'd gotten myself turned around. Klingons. Powerful warriors, horrible sense of direction. I'm a Klingon warrior, not a navigator. Alright, we're gonna zip through here. Try to take care of those tractor beams before they take care of me. That's one down. And that's two down. Zip through. Impulse should be online momentarily. Bang. So now it's easy street to the end of the line.
Quiet in this area. Too quiet.
Of course, once we get to the end of the line, they can start getting interesting again. So let's go and see the really huge Valoron reactor. Let's turn off the impulse because I want to get my weapons and everything back to full here. Looks like I kind of got a little too far away to complete the scan. That works. I want all my guns ready for
This is disturbing.
fun
We're
coming
looking
up.
at a facility you...
Hi, Obasek.
So our
What are you
internal
doing
roadmap
here?
should be obvious.
I'm not Nathan and Sela.
The
Don't be
Klingon
insulting.
Empire's intelligence services can hardly match the Tal ship.
And with
Your
Romulan
protest will do
treachery,
no good
yeah.
in any case.
You can't use
I'm not
Valoron.
especially-
You
I am
can't
afraid
do
I'm-
that. Blah blah blah. Okay, back to violence. Ooh, nice hit on that first shot. The annoying thing about shuttle on shuttle combat, or even shuttle fire combat, is that they're fast, they're maneuverable, and that means they have good defense, and a lot of your shots will end up missing. Truly, it's annoying. But it's not nearly as annoying as it's going to get. And that's, I was hoping to get a torpedo off on him as he was cloaking, so I could hit him on his nice, unshielded hull. Oh well, the plan does not always go as expected. There you are. That takes care of annoyance number one. Now they have locked the door behind them, which I'm not entirely sure why they bothered, because torpedoes, disruptors, problem solved. Red alert cancels, open sesame, and we should get ready to deal with yet another scorpion attack. Let's kick up my power a little bit. Maybe that'll help. If nothing else, it'll allow the weaponry to... Yeah, I swear they do that on purpose. Sort of wishing I had my science officer with the tractor beam here after all. But I'm looking for bigger fish. Which, as will be demonstrated not too far in the future, will be painfully literal. What happens if they don't see me? Well, simple, it makes it so I can't see him. There we go. Go low so I don't get caught in the explosion. Continuing on our merry way. And this is where things start getting interesting. Well, kind of interesting. Actually, let me turn off. Yeah, that's what I thought. I do not want to get into a fight with those fighters in the middle of this room. There's a good chance that I'm going to have unpleasant damage done to my ship going through those fields. So I'd rather fight them back here instead of having to deal with them elsewhere. There we go, and that leaves one more. Where's Mr. Cloaky? There we are. There he was. Alright. Now things are going to start getting interesting.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Right shields failing.
Okay, that did not do what I was hoping it would do.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Because while they sent me in here flying my Shuttlecraft, the Romulans and Remans apparently did not feel constrained to follow the same rules. So what we have here is what is commonly referred to as a serious combat mismatch. On the one hand, we have
Warning. Ship is under attack.
my tiny little Shuttlecraft. On the other hand, we have a Mogai heavy warper. If you're looking for a fair fight, this isn't it. To date, I have yet to ever actually blow that thing up. But maybe this will be the day. So first, I want to get myself to the point where I can cloak, because every little bit of damage I can get will help. Now, if I can't kill him the first time, then I'm not going to bother again. I'll just zip past him and say, sayonara. But I do want to at least take a shot and see how well we do. And this is the reason why I took the tactical team here, because it'll automatically shunt power to the shield facing that is being hit. And as you might imagine, that's something that's going to kind of be important in the near future. Alright. I'm also going to take advantage of my power transfer to increase my power to basically everything.
Under attack.
So we're going to poke and sting at him and see what happens. I also have that jam targeting sensors, which means I can take some free shots with the disruptor beam, which admittedly are tickling him. Oh, guess who woke up? Oh yeah, let's get rid of those locking mechanisms while I'm nearby. There we go. I'm not done fighting you yet, Mogai. Ouch, plasma fire. So far, this is turning out to be a very one-sided fight. Meaning he's whooping me. Oh, wait a second. I've got Scorpion fighters coming to join the party. Okay. Look, guys. I can handle maybe the Mogai, but there is no way I'm going to be able to handle Mogai and Scorpion. So let's pull back a bit. Try to use the environment to my advantage here. Ow. And cloak. This battle is not going well. Perhaps I need a different strategy. So first we're going to try to get the hull to a little bit higher so that I can start... Oh, come on. Okay. Okay. Want to play it that way? Let's play it that way. I'm going to go after the scorpions. I'm going to pose the wrong thing. Ow. Okay, that's not good. Now what I want to do is lure the Mogai in here and see how well he handles these screens. Maybe they'll do a job on his shields even more than they'll do a job on mine. Of course, if he's not going to follow, that makes it all irrelevant. Okay, you know what? Fine. He doesn't want to follow. I'm okay with this. My goal is escape. Trying to take out the Mogai in a shuttle, that would have been, you know, gravy. But I am not going to lose any sleep. The only thing it would get me is bragging rights. I don't need to brag that badly. Unfortunately, that's hardly the only ship left to deal with. Because on the other side of this column is a warbird. The good news, though, is that a light warbird is a lot more doable than a Mogai heavy warbird. We can take this guy. I recognize that that could fall under the category of famous last words. Okay, that did me no good whatsoever. And he's got the plasma torpedo heading my way. Now, what am I doing? Why am I trying to... There we go. Why am I going to let myself take the hit when I can instead just blow up the destructible torpedo? That said, I do seem to have taken some plasma damage. I must have been a little too close. And that takes care of the warbird. Tavaros are a lot easier to deal with. Exit the station.
Reinforcements have arrived and are just past that nebula. We don't have much.
Okay, now the nebula is a fun area to deal with because everybody's shields are gone, including the Double D battlecruiser, its Scorpion escorts, and oh yeah, the Klingons. Both the Asvetter,
is signaling us.
Thank you.
They're going to engage the Riemann ship, but they want us to take care of the fighters and plasma torpedoes.
So this is going to be one of those fights that ends poorly. Luckily, the Zetber will not die to plasma torpedoes being sucked out by the Double D, so I'm not horribly concerned about the damage he's going to be taking. I can focus on problems that are around me. Although there is something weird going on here because my shields are still here. And their shields are still there. I wonder if they revamped this mission and didn't tell anybody. Because we're supposed to be, everybody's supposed to have no shields working. Oops, don't want to be shooting that. You'll notice that the warbird is also at 0 health at the moment. So, you know, this is basically a wash. 0% and 0%, and I can't even target it anymore, so...
We are now in the micronebula.
Oh sure, now I'm in the area with no shields.
That was a glorious explosion! Probably.
Yeah, some people like watching things explode. We're out of here. And now for the annoying part. I need to go back to Kronos. Well, that's okay. This time, at least, I can go back in my proper ship. Switch it back to the Sarcha. Or maybe it'd be Sarcha. I'm not entirely sure how the accent goes on that. Alright, now we will transwarp because it will take me to Kronos, just like every other time I've hit the transwarp button on this mission. I swear to God, if it puts me back in a vault, I'll go ballistic. Much better. That's the way it's supposed to work. Earlier I was hitting the transwarp button to go to the vault, and it kept putting me in front of Kronos. I was like, come on, Navigator, get it right. I begin to understand Kruge's point of view when he executed that engineer for, not the engineer, his weapons officer for incorrectly targeting the engine section and interpreting it as the warp core. First city. Yeah, no, I don't think we'll be going into the House of Clack. No offense, guys. Great Hall, Great Hall. There we are. Just follow the really big Klingon insignia. It's amazing how quiet it gets the moment you cross the border in here. They must have sound muffling fields or something. Okay, Vishka, give me what I need. Thank you. And since I'm here, I might as well talk to Temek too.
Excellent. We need to learn more about the conflict between Obisek and the Romulans.
XP, expertise,
If Sela is
dilithium,
stupid
and a
enough
whole
to
bunch
wage
of other
war
stuff.
against our own vassals,
Let's grab it all.
Congratulations, Commander.
Let's see, I'll slap the scorpion. I can't use it, can't I? Yeah, I can use it. We will upgrade our warp core. And let's see, this is one of the science things. Shield restoration or shield regeneration? Restoration is always good. We'll go with that. I may be sorry later. But I'm not right now. Okay, next up. Oh, let's grab those duty officer missions I've finished up there. Oh, I didn't even get the contraband. That hurts. That really does. I feel it in the heart of my bottom. Oh, another one just completed. Anything else in here that looks doable? Not at the moment. Okay, so we're done with the duty officer stuff, and we'll now go with Find Enemy.
Decoded the list
Which
of
will have our
human
usual
targets
trifecta.
that you recovered
A
from
Horta
the vault.
hatchling, which is basically
I
a
want you
non-combat
to
pet.
infiltrate one of these targets.
They can be
and
upgraded
determine
via
why Obisek
replay
would
stuff,
attack it.
but not now.
The Vahar
Phasers!
system is still
Phasers!
technically
Well,
part
that's
of
not
the
gonna happen.
Romulan Star Empire.
So it's obviously
But
going to be either the
Ferengi
weave armor or the
speculators
personal
have
shield.
moved.
Phasers, come on. That's just insulting. Okay, this one put me where I was supposed to go. Begin Mine Enemy. Okay, we need to find the mine, but we don't know which moon it's on. Oh, I got a level when I wasn't looking. While I'm flying in that direction, let's figure out what I want to put in. Commander skills, I can go with hull repair, hull plating, or I can go with weapons. Damage, more damage. Klingon warrior's got a Klingon warrior.
Melanie Dion and her minions may have sworn fealty to the Klingon Empire, but we did not. I bring need for no one. Leave now or be destroyed.
Yes, yes, yes. You all want to reassert your independence and try to blow up a Klingon battle cruiser. I'm highly impressed, really, honest. Okay, I admit I am lying to my teeth. Here's a little difference of perspective. You guys are Orion pirate scum, and I am the captain of a Klingon battle cruiser. This ending was never in doubt. And I didn't even have my cruiser command for weapons active. Oh, since I'm flying right by it, I cannot ignore the sign. I would love to be able to prove that doing that minigame was actually improving anything, whether the number of materials or the type of materials. But I've often suspected that it actually doesn't do a thing. I just can't conclusively prove it. In the meantime, moon number 2.
This moon is private property. No solicitors, beggars, or Klingons allowed.
I feel insulted. Yeah, they should treat us with more respect. If we had time, we'd do the orbital bombardment thing, but we're in a hurry. Oh, well, I can't ignore that. It's another scannable. And while I'm not as hamster-like as Admiral Tillell, I'm not going to ignore something that's right in front of me. Boy, there's a lot of free-floating rocks in this area. I feel like I'm flying in Star Citizen. Every time you're near a lunar area, there's a bunch of rocks.
Hello, my good friend.
Ah, Madrin, my old nemesis. Well, not this character's nemesis, but I've certainly dealt with him enough times. Okay, choices. I'm going to go with the medical component here. Let's see, Conan? No. Korgu? No. Rag? Yes. I will inflict the beatings, and he will inflict the healings. So first things first. Find Ferengi. Luckily, it's not too hard. Follow the smell. Yes, I am being unnecessarily insulting to the Ferengi. It's a Klingon thing. Okay, and there he is, doing his little greedy little rubbing the hands together.
On behalf of...
I'm sure. We're going to go through your dialogue and be bored with it, so we're going to talk to miners now. Oh, once again, if it's right here... I mean, I'm not going to go out of my way to grab these things. But I'm not going to ignore them. Besides, the crafting thing may come in handy later. Yeah, see that one all the way over there? If I don't have to worry about it, I'm not going to worry about it. Let's see what this fellow is doing.
I'm sorry, I really can't.
Can I help?
As much as I'd
Nope,
appreciate
I'm not a
some-
science person. Heck with you then. Now we've got a guy over here who looks like he's just standing there.
I can't talk to you.
But no, he needs a tactical guy. That's not me. So we're not going to talk to him either. So we have this last guy. And this is where it gets a little more interesting.
I don't have time to talk to you right
Anything
now.
I can help?
Not unless
Yes.
you know anything about if I ask Modron for a replacement laser induction, I have to fix it or I won't.
So we gotta fix this thing. First, I gotta collect the parts. Now, will come as no great surprise. Chances are, it won't be as easy as all that. We have a refugee here. Oh good. I'm going to get a... this is going to be even more fun than expected. I need to figure out how to avoid breaking the drill bits when you hit a pocket of magnesite. And I'm having a rotating list of stuff on here. And... really, no clue. How do you avoid breaking your drill bits? Rotational speed. Diamond tip. Use water to decrease friction. Well, magnesite feels like it'd be cool the drill bit. Let's try cooling the bit. Not the water. There is something you can do, I'm sure of that. Wrong! Magnesite isn't known to react to temperature. Okay, so we want to deal with the mechanics. So we're going to do slow rotational speed. There we go. Take the parts. Yay. Annoying, but really, I don't have to worry about phasering anything to death, like, say, Warrigals that are wild or something like that, or thugs who are looking to do violent things. No, don't want to talk to you. Don't want to deal with you. And here we are, new area. He's got spare parts. He's got... Hey, I just talked to him and he gives it to me. Who would have thunk it? And hey, this looks like another drilling machine.
I can't pay Madron right now.
Oh, good. He's running away from me. I wonder if I can phaser him. Oh wait, did I say phaser? Oh, sorry, Klingon, disruptor him. Stop chasing me! Buddy, I want nothing more than to stop chasing you. No, I just want parts. Give me. Thank you. And nope, it's over here. It's not out of my way, so we're gonna scan these down. There really is a point to it, because sooner or later I might decide to do some crafting stuff. And if I'm going to do that, then I require materials. Oh right, crew operator, not Mandarin. Oops. As much running as this is hardly the most running we will do in this arc. So we're done, and it's off to Mandarin. I get an accolade about being called the Drill Doctor. Too bad that doesn't come in your list of potential titles. Who am I? I'm the Drill Doctor. Just imagine what I can do with it. Yeah. That would be worth it. But it doesn't work like that. Okay, into the mine. The literal mine. All the way over here. A good day to die. I like to think of it as a good day for other people to die. Preferably at my hands. Now, there is something amusing worth mentioning in this section. Once upon a time, I may have mentioned this in the previous stream, once upon a time, things like diplomacy and all that, they were done in a totally different system than duty officers. It was literally a new game system all by itself. They even had some diplomacy missions. And once you were able to get to a rank 4, potentially, and talk to this guy and use diplomacy so you wouldn't have to fight him at all. However, thanks to the way they've rejiggered all the episodes and all that, the likelihood of you being able to avoid a fight here is slim to none.
What do you want?
Plus, you know, I'm a Klingon, so I don't actually get diplomacy.
This area is restricted.
So I might as well give him the more subtle means of persuasion by telling them, hey, like my weapon instead? Ah! I'm not gonna let you shoot me in the back. I'm gonna shoot you in the front. Anybody else want some? Talk my way past the guard. That's funny. That's a trait ever. Oh look, more of them. So we will continue our little slaughter through the Romulans down here. Let's see, let's get the medical generator up. I might need that. And there should be one more group. There you are. Oh, I'm sorry, there's 2 groups left. Yeah, these are the kind of things that happen when you become old and senile. Oh, the Centurion. Man, I should have saved my fuse armor for him. Yeah, you never had a chance against my rifle butt. This is the rifle butt I smacked Molor with. Okay, let's do a quick scan. And we are going to be looking for secret doors. That's right, boys and girls. The Romulans are D&D players. And of course, the marker didn't go anywhere near where I wanted it to go. There you go. Stand over there. And I will stand over here, and I will lock in the coordinates. Open Sesame. Or whatever the Klingon equivalent of that is. Alright. Let's see a cutscene. Let's see if I can get past cutscene. Awesome. Don't have to worry about it.
You are out of line.
Yes, 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 yes. We're going to quietly walk past these guys. I better make sure that my guy's on passive so he doesn't start shooting people. And we're going to skip that cutscene too because, okay, we'll put you back on normal now. And we are going to open up. Tell me you did not shoot somebody, Rag. Tell me you did not shoot somebody. My bridge officers are idiots. Okay, there we go. Now I can start opening prison doors. Go forth and start a prison riot. We're not going to ask where they got the guns. Go forth! Go forth! Okay, Rag, if you're not going to cooperate with me, I'm going to put you back on passive and make you walk after me. I have a better target for you to shoot at. There you go. Go shoot this Commander Janet instead. Fear the rifle butt! Some Klingons use batliths, but I'll just use my rifle. And even though she's, all the way down, there we go. I surrender! Well, that's good. Now let me revive the idiot here. And let's have a chat with the commander.
Enough. I surrender.
You surrender? Good.
Freemans know about this base?
You are a liar! Okay, next up, control room. We don't do diplomacy with the Romulans. We shoot them. Now, if you were to look over these different consoles, they tell you all sorts of activity being done all over the quadrant. A listening post sort of thing. But that's not the point here. The point is to blow through this stuff, so here we go. Oh look, a couple of Romulans, not suspected nothing. This is why you should not soundproof your doors. That way, when people start shooting everybody, you might be able to hear them and actually come to their aid. Instead, well, bad things happen. And bang, new cutscene, which we're going to skip through again. Oops. We skipped through the hit big red self-destruct button section. Run away! Run away! Yes, I suppose it would be someone could consider this dishonorable to be running away, but on the other hand, there is a nice little Klingon story about the wind not respecting a fool, and falling rocks don't respect fools either, so... Run like the wind! Luckily, this does not actually care if you escape the miners or not. So if they can't keep up and get out alive, that's their problem. Well, Mandarin, I've got good news and bad news. Actually, for you, it's all bad news. Now, you're going to tell me a few things, Mandarin, or I'm going to see what happens when I stick a sharp-bladed instrument up one of your ears. And those are awfully big ears.
What have you done to my mind?
Yes, yes. Talk, talk, talk. You've been a big help. Not. Back to the ship. And this is where things get a little more interesting. Because this is one of the few missions that asks you to do something on your bridge. As I've said in the past, I feel that the bridges are highly underused assets in this game. I feel like more could be done with them. But for now, library files. Let's see how much I can remember off of all this stuff. Cross-reference. Torg. Wrong. Torg was treason. I was there. Next file. Plethora. Cross-reference. Tires to monastery. No, he was exposed at. I didn't know that, but hey, I'm not trying to get clever here. Precedents. Okay, file structure on this one. Faulty information. I actually remember this one because that one gave me headaches all the time back in the day. And referendum. Reference with, let's see, visit Sandoria. Change it. I'm actually not 100% sure. I'm going to say Vulcan. And we're going to open the reciprocity file. And then we're going to start applying the passkey. And look at all that. It's suddenly becoming readable. Ding, ding, ding. And now we can contact
is justified in his anger.
And we're going to get our XP, experience, dilithium, our hatchling, and let's take a look at the equipment.
Their bases have been attacked, their ships
Oh,
destroyed,
yeah,
and their families
we don't need
killed
that on
or
that.
imprisoned. There is no more honorable reason to pick up a blade than to defend your home and family.
Yeah, I think Conan's
However,
going to be able to do
Obasek
something.
was willing
We'll
to
go with
use
shield for
fail-
Conan.
Congratulations, Commander.
Oh, that's not Conan. This is Conan. And is anyone using... He's still using a blue. That's okay. Bragg is using a purple. So we'll give this one of my underserved officers. And feed... Oh, no, we're not going to feed that to the replicator. I get more money going to the trade freighters. Now, the next mission is called Frozen, which involves a pair of sisters in a wonderful little Dale land area where one sister discovers he has power over... That's probably not this, is it? Well, this means you don't have to worry about my really horrible rendition of Let It Go, so...
That the Tal Shah are planning to attack a
Standard
Roman
trifecta
settlement
rewards,
in the Dera system.
potential, a
We
bunch of
have an
consoles,
opportunity to reach the settlement
and a choice of
first.
Romulan weapons,
I want
which
you to
I
go
will
to the
probably
Dera
feed
system
to the
and learn
replicator
more
at some point.
about the
So let us leave the interior and head to our destination. Actually, if on hindsight I could have headed to the destination right away instead of... habits. Oh, but I did get another level. So we're gonna pop... Ooh, not that one? Yeah. We're gonna pop another weapon improvement. And we're gonna grab some new duty officers from It's a task, which will allow me to get 2 greens and a white quality. That's pretty good. That ain't bad. And one of them is an engineering team buffer. That is a good sign. Kalani, congratulations, Kalani. I think we're going to put you in charge of the engine section. And I see we have some duty officer assignments that I've completed when I wasn't looking, so we will take advantage of those as well. Is there anything here? Well, yes, I can do this communications array. I actually have enough materials without having to replicate. And I've got antimatter drills. Subordinate challenge I can beat up. And I can evaluate another bridge officer candidate. Well, that worked out pretty well. Okay. Administrivia done. Let's go to Dara. Begin Frozen. Or, do you want to build a snowman? I know, I've got to stop doing that. We need a guide, blah blah blah. Play with communications array, fly through a micronebula, which will come in handy later. Of course, it also kills my impulse engines for full impulse. Really, I don't need to hide in the nebula. I'm a Klingon with a cloaking device. I mean, seriously. Then again, we are dealing with Romulans and Remans who know more about cloaking devices than the Klingons have ever forgotten. Turn it around. And send the signal. Look, a cutscene. There we go. Engage Romulan ships. I can do that. It's a double D. Okay, so this will be a little rougher. We will activate our... Yes, we don't care about Romulan messages. The only thing I care about the Romulans is how quickly they explode. Now, we probably have gotten to the point where they will toss off triple plasma, so I need to keep my distance. Yeah, less things like this happen. Well, I can at least slow one of them down. Okay, that may not have worked out quite as well as I might have hoped. On the bright side, he's taking more damage than I am. And his unshielded side is exposed. Which means in the very near future, I hope he enjoyed those plasma torpedoes because he's never firing them again. I do look like kind of a mess though, don't I? Luckily, my repair crew will get on that right away. Let's follow that Reman scout. Of course, if he doesn't want to run, I'll be more than happy to bring him aboard. No, he's gonna run. We should follow it. Thank you, Captain Obvious. We're kind of catching up with them. I don't necessarily want to be catching up with them. We need him to think he can get away, so I can track him. Don't want him to get too far ahead, though. Oh, he's going to play with high-speed maneuvers now. He's heading for that odd navigational beacon ahead. I'm sure it wasn't placed there just to cause a waypoint in the mission or anything like that. I'm bad sometimes. Oops. It looks like we have uninvited guests. At least it's not a double D again, so I don't have to worry about the triple torpedoes. But I might have to worry about cloaked tractor mines. The nature of which I will go into momentarily. Well, at some point, I suspect. Not quite yet. I'd like to fall down. Tell you what, we're going to make you stay still, let your shields go down, and then hit you with a high yield. You know, that strategy would have worked a lot better if I hadn't lost my shields.
Right shield's failing.
Oh, wouldn't you know it. Hopefully we got enough to actually track the guy. Follow! And while you're at it, fix the ship. I don't care if you have to be outside repairing the hull while we're in warp. Fix it anyway. Alright, let's go through and... Ooh, looks like we found what we were looking for right off the bat, so let's beam down with my standard complement of Kagan, Korgu, Rag, and Conan. And here we are inside of an underground cavern, which happens to be a double D cruiser stuck under the ground. And look, we have doggies. Well, I'll tell you what, you got mastiffs? I got a mastiff too. Go get him! Sick 'em, boy! Yeah, that's the way you do it. More dogs. Face the rifle butt that conquered Molor. That's right, boy. Chew them up. Oh, more of them. I love how big these mastiffs are, and mine's just this little guy. Clearly, the Klingons were not breeding them for size. Okay, can't get in through that gate. Let's do a scan. Maybe we can find a control. No, that would be too easy. Let's play with the mining lasers. No controls on the mining laser itself, so that means the mining laser controls must be over here. And the short version is they done broke. Too bad I didn't scan the mining laser before I tried to use it. I mean, really, look at it. It looks like a mess. I know, boy. Calm down. I'll give you some Skittles later. Okay, diagnostic terminal. I must be looking in the wrong place. If I were a diagnostic terminal, where would I be? I would be right here. Malfunction, power conduits, blah blah blah. Must make repairs. So I gotta find power conduits to fix. They did do a nice job on making sure that all the different professions had to find something in the relatively same areas. And looks like we've got itsy bitsy spiders in here. Why does every new species we encounter try to kill us? Because we're Klingons! Ah, here's another one over here. Wait, that's not a power conduit, that's a crate. Well, you know, crates might have something interesting. Take them all. And there's another one of those repair things. In fact, that will be the technical term. Repair thingies. Oh, more itsy bitsies. Yeah, spiders against hydrancy weapons. Accolade, Mr. Fix-It. So now it's time to see if the mining laser will work any better this time. We can take it as a given. Zap. Yes, I've deprived you of seeing the graphic destruction of the gate, but it isn't really that exciting to look at. And now we're entering the base, and everybody ignores us. I mean, here we are, breaking in with a mining laser, breaking down the gate, and what happens? Everybody just kind of looks and goes, eh, whatever. I mean, seriously. Here we are, a bunch of Klingons running through the Riemann base. And they're just kind of like, eh. So we got Klingons in the base, what else is new? Hand me that wrench. Now we have cutscene with Obisek, which again we're skipping right through.
Moment's notice. Prepare the. My hope is that you are here. The Tal Shiar could arrive at any time. Speak quickly.
Decisions, decisions. What should I do? Should I tell him to surrender and see that he is treated fairly, or should I say, go ahead and do your thing? I don't really care. Let's do it the hard way. Surrender now.
Something foolish. I understand why you have made this decision. It saddens me we will part on such hostile
Yes,
terms.
I'd love to see the whole dialogue on that, but we have other things to deal with. But take it as a given that Obisek gets away. Yeah, didn't expect that, did ya? So now we're going to fire our way out of here. Now, if we'd have done the nice thing, we'd have been fighting a bunch of Romulans. Okay, so far so good. Can't get a transporter lock. Big shock. But I always knew we'd be fighting our way out of here. Hate the psychics. Oh, there's still a guy back there? Make him drop too. Now follow me. We have things to take care of here. Mind abilities. Let's slap the hyperspray. Oh, a captain. And apparently that captain was in worse shape than I thought. Oh, it must have been a duplicate of some weird thing like that. The problem with that Riemann resistance guy with the psychic powers is that they bypass fields entirely. So it's basically a race between the healing and the killing. Scan the Riemann. No longer a threat. Beam him to the brig. We can put him into the interrogation chambers. Obisek got away. Blah blah. Beam out. And that takes care of
The
Frozen.
Remans beg for our assistance, but offer no fealty in return.
Yes, yes.
Obisek whispers
Let's see,
about
which one of these has a higher
demons
energy
of
credit
air
value?
and darkness, but offers no proof of their
Neither of them.
existence.
Okay, so
Congratulations,
we have leveled up again, so it's time to grab a skill. And this time, let's see, I can either increase my critical hit chance, up my shield regen, up my hull plating armor, or increase the rate at which my hull is repaired passively. An interesting question. And we're going to go with the regen for the shields. I also get this handy choice of critical chance or critical damage for my torpedoes. We're going to go bring the pain, the damage. Because nothing says fun. My traits disappeared again. There is a bug that causes traits to randomly turn off for some reason, and it is still an open question as to why or how or what have you. All I know is it annoys me. Stop resetting my traits. As for my ship, I have a couple new consoles. I'm going to replace my disruptor console with another beam console, because most of my weapons are beams. My other console, which is a cannon, I have no use for, and I've already spoken to how useless the... Oh wait, this is a Romulan disruptor split beam. I can use it. Oh, that changes things up. Who will I give it to? Will it be Kagan? Yes, I believe I will give it to Kagan. Anyone else using less than the Mark V weapon right now? Who's actually, well, okay, he is, but it doesn't matter. So we'll probably get rid of that at some point. Duty officer missions, one got completed. I have a new officer, and he's a blue quality. We're not going to do him now, though, but at some convenient moment, we might be recruiting him. Other duty officer missions available, maybe? Plasma. Any more personal missions? Nope. Alright. Next mission. We're going to knock this out. One of my personal favorites, even though it is painfully long and involved, but I have a lot of fond memories for this one. Colosseum.
My contacts tell me that the Empire has rejected my request for military assistance.
Now the funny thing about
That is
Obisek
regrettable,
is he's talking
but
and
not
saying,
unexpected.
like you
The
didn't try to
Tal Shiar
arrest
are
him.
formidable opponents, as are the forces
really
directing
amused.
their action. I understand if the High
I admit
Council
that I
is reluctant
easily
to
amused
engage
sometimes.
in a battle that is not theirs. So today I appeal to
So
you,
what we're going to do is we're
not
going to take a
as
look at the
comrade in
rewards.
warfare, but as an honorable
This
warrior.
is one of the best
My people
rewards you
need
can
your
get
help.
in the game at the
I
moment.
need your help.
The Riemann covariant shield array
One of our ships was carrying a load of
has better
Thalaron
shield
weapons
capacity than
through the Nopata system.
shields that
That
are
ship
5
has
marks above
disappeared.
it.
There are no indications there was a battle.
Yes, thank you. We've seen enough. Zap us to the Nopata system. Now, unfortunately, there are a couple minor annoying things about this mission, and okay, I think I'm set. Where we demonstrate the fact that if you take notes, you're in pretty good shape for the future. Okay, zap through the dialogue, and we're going to go scan those destroyed ships. I mean, surely there's something important here. Scan the satellite. Oops! We're stuck! We gotta beam over to the satellite and turn everything off. Alright, so let's hit the computer network and enjoy the exercise in futility. So we're going to run upstairs and try to find a console that actually works. Yay, this one works. But I've got to solve equations to make it happen. So what we've got to do is basically do the math on here and rotate these things to match the numbers they need to. Luckily, I did say something about having taken notes. And I never get rid of notes that I think I'm going to need again. And since I'm a hopeless altaholic, I knew I would need them again. And done. Block. Number 1 done. Number 2. 6. 3. 1. 7. Correct. Last one. 4. 0. 0. Yay! Equation solved. Time to start making things work. Oops. Scannable, and it's right here. I'm not going to ignore it. Thank you for the particles. Override the targeting console. Yay. Then we're going to play with the targeting console. What will we do? Access the scanners. We have something else. We want to expand the range, and hey, we got derelict Hulk in here. ID, reclassify the Hulk as active. Menu. Access targeting control. Hulk is priority target. Boom! Now it's snagged. That'll divide up the power just a little bit. Now let's go back downstairs. See what else we can play with. Let's play with this console. The power override. It's not too hard to figure out what you want to do with the power console. Update the power model from normal to economical. And we're going to process to factory defaults. Almost there. Just one more to deal with. And we will be done with this stupid satellite. Open Sesame. Console. Change the operational status to off. Yay! So much for the satellite. Time to beam out and have a barrel of blood wine. This is about my ship. This is definitely not my ship. I am in a box. My transporter operator is going to deserve a lot of beatings for this.
If you fail to comply with
Now
command,
we fight
you will be
or we
punished.
die. Make sure you pick up a melee weapon.
Hey, you look
All
familiar.
of your gear is deactivated, and I
Now,
won't protect you in there.
There is a bug here because there's supposed to be force fields up here that are blocking the sides, which means I should not be able to walk all the way over here. And I certainly should not be able to go all the way over here, where they have much better weapons. I mean, look, we even have the dialogue here. What are these weapons over there? And it's, hey, until we find a way to get past these force fields. I don't see no force field. Do you see a force field? I don't see no force field. And when you have the chance, these are the weapons you want to grab because they are a lot better quality than the garbage. Oh, and it's a Batlift too. Perfect. Let's get that baby equipped. That wasn't really the one I wanted to replace. Oh, actually it was. Confused myself. I am my own worst enemy. I guess when I had a Batlift before. Okay, something is very wrong here. Batlift Mark 6. that's not it. That, okay. I have no idea how that got there. Okay, we're just going to walk away slowly and ignore that. I have no idea what was going on there, and I don't care. So we're just going to walk away, walk away. One day they'll fix that bug. And to get any further, I gotta go in here, so it's like, I have all the weapons I need.
Remember to equip your new weapon.
Oh, I have. And now it's time for brutal beatdown against whatever's in here.
Commencing test 1. Nopadin Desert Akari entering testing area.
Now listen carefully.
Enemy targets on center.
You hear that music? Classic Trek combat music.
Commencing
At least it used to be.
Releasing warrigals now.
They used to be doing the whole Amok Time music in here. They'd gotten it licensed and everything. Oh well.
Proceeding to test 3.
So, time to beat up Mugatu.
Prisoner 1478, remain in the area for interrogation. Prisoner, return to holding area. Failure to comply will result in punishment.
I'll remember this disembodied voice. So, go back to jail. Do not collect $200. So, sit in cage like a rat, waiting for something to happen. And talk to Slamek, who is the guy we rescued from Installation 18.
I remember you as well.
Now, we gotta be nice and polite to this guy so he doesn't get insulted.
We were transporting a shipment of Theta. I don't know.
Otherwise,
responsible for
bad
this
things
place.
happen.
The
So,
trainers and the
let's not be
I have
insulting.
no
Let's
idea
just
what they
ask
want with us.
polite
Why they make
questions.
us? I've had several partners, and I think there are others. I hear other fights.
Is there
The
any way out of
trainers
here?
get connections
Cards.
too. I can see that.
There we go. It pays to be courteous, as opposed to, you know, spitting at the guy who might be able to help you out here. In other words, be a Klingon warrior, don't be a stupid one.
You will be punished.
And now we run into the next arena contestant. Or I should say contestants, because there are a number of them. And we've seen them before.
Test Scenario 4 activated. Ahala released.
Yes, it's the Ehala again.
We need more help. I'll try to free the other prisoners. You fight the worms.
Yes. Sure, I'll take the hard part. That said, I'm a Klingon warrior. This is my jam. I'm going to save that one for last, because that's going to put me near one of the next steps. And I've heard of... Oh, that plan did not work as expected.
Use the consoles on the sides of the arena to fight the Elder Worm.
Enemy targets on center.
Okay, that clearly didn't work as well as I'd hoped. In fact, he's still kind of there. Oh, he's buried himself again. So it's back to doing some chopping wood. Or worm's skin, or whatever. And they're just spitballing here. And I seem to be dealing with a problem with movement here. Open season. I've defeated 100 beasts. Hey, who said there could be 2 of them here? Go away. Nice try, but I saw that coming a mile away.
Just like last time.
Ah,
Use the
this
remaining
is the right
console on the
panel.
side of the arena to fight the Elder Worm.
Type faster.
There's another set of consoles by the metal wall. Use them while the worm is distracted.
I can do that. I'm on the wrong wall, aren't I? No, it's going to insist I kill off some of these worms first, isn't it? It's never easy. Oh, no wonder. I gotta free the rest of the prisoners first. Wait a second. Me free the rest of the prisoners? Slammik, you had one job! Let's grab some of these spores, because I'm taking some serious damage from these things. Oh, I'm taking a lot more than serious damage here. I'm taking a lot of damage. I'm going to drop dead anytime now. Yeah, this is not the one I want anyway. But I need to get myself into a spot where I'm not being attacked by those things. I need cover.
I've been hit. I can't continue, my friend.
Rough break, Slammik, but if you'd actually been doing your job, I'd have more sympathy.
Enemy target uncensored.
Oh, for heaven's sake, how far can he spitball those things? I'm guessing the answer is pretty damn. Okay, try it now. Out of combat, which means my health regeneration goes up. And then I'll be in shape to help those prisoners out. Okay, we're good. Let's go for it. Oh, that's no fair. Spitballs should not be following me. Okay, this will open them up. Excellent. Ow. Okay, hit the last weapon system, which is working now.
The worm destroyed the metal wall. Run! That's our way out.
I like your enthusiasm. And we are free. Well, not really free, but we're out of the arena.
Romulan base? Here? What did they want with us? What is that device?
And now all my weapons work again. Now, this is a whole Iconian thing, but since those are basically optional goals, I'm ignoring them. So the next step is to get into the tube. Right out there with the sewage. Man, there are some things that even a Klingon warrior can't be asked to deal with. And we've got scorpion fighters flying all over. I'm sure that won't possibly be a problem here.
There's a fighter heading straight for us. Quick, take cover in those dark rocks over there and wait for it to pass overhead.
Now something does happen if you're seen.
Wait for that fighter to pass overhead. If we are fortunate, they won't detect us.
Well, detecting us would not be the worst thing in the world, but keep it simple.
They didn't see us. Let's move on.
Yes, let's.
I can't go on. My injuries from the arena are too painful. We need to find a place to rest for a moment.
Yeah, well, if you'd done your job, Slavic, maybe you'd have had easier times of taking less injuries. You had one job. Okay, now we gotta gather some medical stuff. Good thing that Klingon warriors know about how to interact with wildlife to make them into medicinal herbs and stuff like that. Yeah, some things you just have to accept in the game. No matter how ridiculous it may sound. And sometimes it is definitely ridiculous. Yeah, I know I have one more of those plants to grab, but since I'm in this direction anyway, I'll be heading backwards anyway. Bam, that is your pod samples. Occasionally it's good to use the old tricorder to figure out what you're going to do and when you're going to do it. And then we have a nice brisk jog all the way over to the other side of the canyon to find the rest of what I need. Now, to put it in proper perspective, let me pause for a moment. Here's the scale of our map. And this is how quick I'm moving on my run speed. As you can see, this is going to take a while. And that's the one downside of the Colosseum mission. It is probably the largest single mission map in the game. I'd have to do some comparisons, but I'm pretty sure this is pretty high up there. If it's not the biggest, it's got to be the second biggest. And I'm not counting adventure zones, I'm talking actual missions. I'm a little off course. Sooner or later, we'll get back to Slamek and we can finally continue the Great Escape. Here, let me inject you with something. Oh, I'm sorry, that was my knife. Okay, looks like I can't get over that hilltop easily. There we go. Into the valley. Incidentally, the Scorpion fighters must really have horrible scanners, because here I've been running around grabbing all these
Now that we're in the canyon, we shouldn't have to
plants.
worry about the fighters anymore. Just
I can't ignore something that's right here.
Keep your eyes open.
So let's go to the next part. And look, Celots, most commonly encountered on the planet Vulcan. They also are more or less carnivorous, so Yes, Lamek, I basically killed all 3 of them and you didn't do anything. You incompetent. Then again, I am judging him by Klingon standards, and well, everybody falls short if they're not Klingon. And as far as Remans go, well, clearly Slamek is not exactly the greatest example of courage under fire. Well, you did better on that one. He was at least partially helpful. Running. The good news is, well, I shouldn't say anything because I'm not 100% certain if that's the last fighting I have to do. Because it's perfectly possible that I've got something coming up that will involve more fighting. However, I can guarantee they probably won't be on the same scale.
Going to hold out for too much longer. We should look for a place to spend the night. The search for.
What do we need?
I've noticed that there are things
I need.
Gather along the way.
Defeat a Wargle pack.
Pleasant.
Okay, well, swing and a miss. I need to find food. Apparently, to find food, I have to kill off critters. Meat's back on the menu, boys. But of course, it is a long way to get to the meat. I could have sworn this used to be a little more complicated. It's one of the hazards when you've been playing the game for God knows how many years and with so many characters. You start losing track as to what's changed and what hasn't. Especially if it turns out to be a profession-specific sort of thing, like this is. Tactical has their own mission, Science has their own mission. Now, if I recall correctly, the Wargles are up there. Which means we are going to have to kind of take a roundabout way.
Wargle territory. A pack could easily hide in those craggy hills to the north and come down for water when they aren't hunting.
So let's see if I can get myself to hop up high enough. There we go. Here, Wargle. Here, Wargle. Hi, Wargle. Bye, Wargle. Now we're going to carve the meat.
That should last us through the night. Let's get into this cave before the temperature drops anymore.
Yeah, interestingly enough, the objective was to cook the meat, and my action was to carve the meat. So technically speaking, you could almost say we're going to be eating this raw. Raw meat for the Klingon? No problem. We've got redundant organs.
The temperature is dropping rapidly now. This cave should protect us from the elements.
Why is there a live Wargle?
I've done some exploring.
Oh, there we go.
It looks like this cave continues when the sun rises side of the mountain. We can save time and energy.
And we seem to have a little bit of a text issue.
Instead of trying to find a path.
Or more accurately, voiceover.
The passage saved us hours. This could be a good day. Let's find my ship.
Yes, let's find your ship.
I think I can make out smoke from the wreckage on the horizon.
He's got good eyes, because I can't see smoke. Okay, now I can see smoke.
There she is. She wasn't much to look at, but...
Oops, I don't want to go down that way.
And when we were flying through
unintended
space,
consequences could occur.
Perhaps she can help us one last time.
Perhaps she can. And it's still a hell of a run. But at least we're at the end of the map. Now, the nice thing about this is when the mission first came out, it didn't have the nice circle here to tell you where to go, but it was easy to determine where you wanted to go because you could see this really big hole here. It's like, yeah, that's the obvious place to go.
In the likely event it didn't,
although apparently it wasn't that obvious because some people missed it. And look!
to create a makeshift emergency.
It's Iconian tech!
I do not know why.
Yeah, I don't know why either. Don't care. It's never going to fly again, but we might be able to do something. Like, build a transmitter. I'm an engineer, right? So, I can undoubtedly build a transmitter with... Okay, now here's an interesting fact, because, you know, I did the Iconian thing, but it did not actually complete the task. I'm glad I was paying attention there, because I remembered that one of these missions kind of screwed you over on that if you weren't paying attention. So we've got to go right back here and hit it again until the stupid thing actually registers as being complete.
I do not
there
know
you go.
myself.
Glad I thought to look. I mean, it's bad enough that I missed one bit of technology somewhere else, and for all I know, it might have been the same problem. Doing it twice? Unforgivable. Okay, navigational beacon is the last step. That's all the way over here. And now it's down to the ship. And time to send the call for help. And then we head outside to wait for rescue. Except there's one tiny problem. But it involves a cutscene though, so... Oh, I can't skip the cutscene, it looks like. Wait, this is the cutscene. The cutscene's coming.
Did you think
there
you
we
could
go.
run?
No, I can't skip this one. Well, that's okay though, because
I cannot find you.
this is always entertaining to watch. Here you have the classic villain rant. Turns out that Slamic's a spy, traitor, whatever.
Reman understands who is the master.
We never really do find out what happened to Slamic after this mission.
The loss of the listening post was a minor setback.
I like to think that he's out there somewhere, plotting his revenge on something.
Dozens of subjects
poorly.
have been tested in my arena. When the Iconians return, they will find
but yeah, Hakim is doing good villain speak. He's made a classic mistake.
But you will not be there on that dreaded day.
He's taking all this time to gloat.
Game ends now. You could have been such a fascinating test subject, but this time, no. This time I think a more direct approach is best. Ready? Aim.
I like to think that this scream that comes out of him comes from the depths of his soul as he realizes that if he didn't indulge in the standard villain monologue and just shot me right away, it would have been game over. But no, he had to go on with classic villain monologue, and thus I escaped.
For Slamic's action.
Yeah, the heck, Slamic. Level and officer. Okay, let's see. I've got 1, 2 tactical. I've got 1 engineer, 2 engineer, 1 science, 1 tactical, 2 tactical. I have 3 tactical, so I think it's time for us to grab the science person if possible. And it will be an Orion science. Where are my other options? Klingon engineer, Orion tactical. But we're going to go with Orion science. I love that beard. But first, want a random change in the uniform like I have for everyone else who's joined my crew. So let's randomize the upper body. Randomize the lower body. Just love that beard. I want to monkey with the face. Well, no, if I monkey with the face, I lose the beard, and I don't want to have to look at, try to find the stupid thing. So, congratulations. And he looks like he's so bored, lazy kind of attitude. I like it. And we will rename him. I'm not coming up with any names that really are jumping out at me. Fallon Soul. That feels like an Orion name. I did get the level, so I do get to train a skill. And we are going to continue with that shield regen. And look, science opens up a new ability. I can either go with sector speed travel or transwarp cooldown. We're going to go with sector speed travel because transwarp really isn't a problem for me. Yeah, I've also got a ground skill. So let's take a look. Personal shield resilience. Let's go with kit performance now. What do I want to go with? No, we're going to go with kit performance. And I have a choice between training for shield generators or medical generators. Medical is the way to go here. Just check to make sure my traits are all still there. Oh, right. Duty officer assignments. Let's knock them down. Collect. Collect.
Congratulations.
And wouldn't you know it, I got enough to give myself another level. It's nice when things work in your favor. We're gonna grab a few more of these missions. Okay. Purchase more skills. Back to the space skills. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I'm going to increase my shield capacity all the way back to the lieutenant level. And I think we're good. One more mission. Let's complete this story arc.
Klingon intelligence has completed its analysis.
Here we will get
of the data
experience points, expertise, dilithium, and the aforementioned tractor beam launcher,
as a way to influence the
or a career-specific kit reward.
Their persecution
Tractor beam launcher is looking like it's going to be the winner on this one. But before we transwarp to the location, I am going to put my brand spanking new shield on. But I'm going to disable the visuals because I don't want stinking Riemann visuals. I am a Klingon! And I'm going to stick with Klingon equipment. In the meantime, let's upgrade Korgu's weapon. And we'll upgrade his shield too. Why not? We are ready. Let us wrap up the story arc for the Romulan-Riemann War. Romulan Mystery, that's what it is. Now this mission has an aspect that's kind of a pain in the butt. And it involves the fight because, where's my map? It doesn't show you where your targets are. So if you lose track, well actually it's not this mission I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of a different mission. Never mind, I'm completely wrong. That does happen. Let's get into the thick of it. Fire at will, everything in range. Warbirds, turrets, I don't care. Blow it all up. speaking of blowing things up, one bow guy down, one to go. Now, if you're a tactical officer, you have the ability to shut off roughly half of his cannons. But I am an engineering officer, so my area of expertise is a wee bit different. Still, we're doing okay. The bow guy Warbird is about to go up in smoke. Hasta la vista. Oh, reinforcements. For the enemy, of course, because why make it easy? But that's okay. I'm a Klingon warrior. I don't care about easy. Nothing worth having is easy. An easy victory is no victory at all. Oh, look at all that carnage. Still have at least one torpedo satellite that's going to stand there like a hangnail. One more light warbird. Well fought. And now the ground war. Of course, the problem with the ground war... Well, first I gotta get in range of the planet. Then the ground war.
Long-range sensors show that
The problem with this ground war is the fact that I'm beaming down alone.
We have a problem.
Presumably, the rest of my forces are doing something important elsewhere, but I'm on my own. So, you know, thanks. The good news, though, is in places where things can get really inconvenient, I have the capability of calling for support. So my good Klingon warriors on my ship can help me out and take care of some of these bad guys so I'm not all by myself. That said, some places are more dangerous than others. Some of them don't give me any help whatsoever. One bomb set. Now I can use this virtual guide path to show me where I need to go. And I go up, up, up. And unfortunately, I seem to recall there's a whole bunch of people over here that are going to make my life miserable. Yep, there they are, so I'm going to give myself a little bit of cover and take care of them bits at a time, so I don't have to deal with all of them at once. Cover shield. Know it. Love it. Let's see. I feel like I should be seeing something here. There we go. Guide path. This way. And look, there's the bomb. Now, this is not really going out of my way, so we're going to go ahead and use this optional objective and do an orbital strike. It does my heart good to see. Bang! Although that looked more like a phaser blast than a disruptor blast. I think I need to have a chat with my weapons officers. And then we run around to this side and to the right, ground level. Now I'm going to try to take care of some of these guys from up here. Okay, that didn't work out as well as I'd hoped, but Oh, and there's one of the charges. Is that where they want me to go, or is there a different path? Nope, that is where they want me to go. Yes, I see the harvestable, but it is actually a little out of my way. So we're not going that way. Oh, call for support, call for support, call for support. Man, that almost got ugly. Feel the rifle butt that conquered Molor. I will never let that go. Side path, please. This way. And it looks like there are people fighting over here. But some of them are on my side, so that may make this fight something other than a foregone conclusion. And oh, I see the other bomb. And more hostiles. I don't like hostiles. The only people allowed to be hostile here is me. Scan for hotkey. Back to the rooftops. I can do that. Run fast as you can. Not sure what direction we're going. Left, right, right. Now here's a little bit of fun that I like. We have a scorpion fire that's flying low enough that I can start shooting them. And fuse armor. Let's see if I can use that to make his life a little rougher. The good news is every shot I make is going through the shields, which is silly, but hey, I'll take it. Oh, and you know what? I could have used this device to do something about the fighter. Oops. Oh well. That's okay. We can enjoy the moment of him going behind the buildings, and then... Yeah, that sounded like a... Yep. Crash. Life's rough when you're stupid. Now, here's another thing you can do. Oh, actually, I can't do it here. Oh, okay, now I can do it. Bang! The easiest way to deal with annoying Romulans is to blow up the ship they're standing next to. Then they stop being annoying and they just lie down on the top. So we continue to follow the magic guide path. And it says, take a right. So we'll do that. Help out the good guys on the ground when I can. And look, it's another orbital bombardment button here. Let's see what I can nuke. Ooh, that looks like a dangerous turret. Not anymore. Keep on running to the top. And this is where we have one of the other rough fights coming up ahead. So let's call for those reinforcements here. And let them start shooting everybody. I'm going to throw up another cover shield. And use the same strategy I did elsewhere. Basically, let the cover shield take some of the abuse for me. So I'm not fighting everybody at once. Problem solved. And look, it tells me that this is the person I want to search. Got the ID chip, and now I know where the bad guy is. Hakeem, I am coming for you. Downstairs. I would love to be able to jump down to a different ramp, but unfortunately you cannot jump over these rails. There are rails here in more than one way. Make a U-turn. I see some... okay, I see some guys down there who are still fighting, so let's give a little bit of an assist. Because the next fight is going to be a little challenging. Much work needs to be done. So there is. And we've got a virus going on that's causing communication issues. Let's throw a medical generator in advance. Okay, that didn't work out as well as I was hoping. I was kind of hoping that the cutscene would have kicked off before I got this far. But apparently that's not the spot where it happens. Okay, well, I'll set up another one then. I really want to have it up and running for when bad things start happening. There we go. We don't need the cutscene, but apparently the game decides it does want a cutscene.
That was Taurus's plan.
And look, it's the Empress Sela.
And you saw how that ended.
We finally have the opportunity. Victory is within our grasp.
Oh, more villain cliche.
Victory? It's over. This is done. You're done.
No, we can still finish.
Not a friend in the world.
You're the cause of all of this.
Yes, yes I am.
Understand what you walked into. You're too late to stop it. A lowly being such as yourself.
Oh yes, more of the classic villain.
Power the Iconians represent, and that any future will depend on a place in their.
You know, doing him in was satisfying, even with a Klingon and Starfleet officer. The Romulans have even more enjoyment out of what comes next, but hey, I'll take it. Call for support. Let's fuse his armor and start blowing holes in him. Trying to nuke my medical generator? Dirty fool. Oops, now he's trying to nuke me. Oh, Valor and Vine. Those things are nasty.
As many reinforcements as I need.
Not now. My ship has put an interference.
Am I even
field
still
around
alive?
this plaza. It's over.
No, I'm not. Oh wait, I am. I'm ashed up because I got hit with a Valoron thing, but it doesn't seem to have actually killed me. There we go. I'm all better now. No, Hakeem, I'm afraid your time is near an end. Oops.
You think you've stopped me?
Man, I look awful.
The Iconians already know. They know everything. They'll be here soon. And nothing you've done will make a difference. It's
I've been at. There we go.
over.
I'm clean again.
It's over for you.
Bam! The end. Now, if you're a Romulan character, you get the fun privilege of shooting him in the head yourself. Or at least I'm pretty sure that's the way it worked out. Things may have changed when I wasn't looking, but... Okay, Obi.
The road to Riemann independence will be long.
Yes, yes. Check out Iconian building. Oh, look! Iconian tech! Which really should not be a surprise, since, you know, Iconian. So, scan the gate.
Keith was trying to use them.
Okay, good, that got completed. So let's blow it up now. Hope you enjoyed doing that, because that was a one-way trip. And we're going to head to the plaza to get beamed out, but we discover there's one honking big gateway. Boy, it even goes into Grethor. Okay, let's get to a quote-unquote safe distance and blow it to smithereens the fun way. We're not going to bother planting bombs on that. Ew. We're going to drop some torpedoes on it. We done broke it.
Sheila is here with her flagship.
Of course, because the fun never stops. So, a final conflict in space.
Enemies of the Romulan people.
We have our...
Yes, I really don't care, Sheila. Don't be like Hakim and do the standard villain rant. It bores me. I have more exciting things to deal with, like blowing up Mogai heavy warbirds. Ooh, yeah, that stung. Oh, triples. Get my fire a little rolling here. Shoot everyone! When in doubt, shoot anything that looks like a Romulan. Keep on going. Don't stop punching. And soon, the only things we'll have to worry about is that scimitar dreadnought. All right. Let's demonstrate to Sela what we think. In fact, we're going to go even crazier, and I'm going to call the pirate reinforcements from Nicholas. Because if you're worth killing, you're worth overkilling. Oh, that didn't take long to cloak. Yeah, well, considering that Foolish Rebellion is forcing you to cloak roughly every 2 seconds, I'm not impressed. Let's see you cloak now. Yeah. Standard villain rant. You'll pardon me while we make you explode. I'm sure the Romulans can elect a new emperor, or empress, or whatever. Praetor?
Sensors are reading a gate opening. There's a ship coming through. Can't get a sensor lock on it.
Can we get past this cutscene?
They're taking the
No, we
Leoval in
can't.
tow. They're heading back through the gate.
Our first appearance of the Iconians. Although it looked very different back in the day. But then they really didn't have a good idea of the design of these things. Obviously they came back once the Iconians were fleshed out. Okay, so we just need to get rid of those weak points, turn off that gateway. And hit all of them at once. Oops, I tried to leave the map while I still had a red alert on. That was bad. Now we can depart. So let's
The Klingon
get this
Defense Force will
to
continue
work.
the
So we're going
search
to grab the
for
tractor
Sheilah's
beam
vessel.
mine launcher.
But
Congratulations, Commander.
And we're going to do
I
this
have
last
been in
mission
contact
because
with the Ravens. The High
it's basically an
Council wishes
epilogue.
to seek an alliance.
So let's transwarp over there. Because again, speed.
Fight for my people.
I'm sure you do. Thanks, I have no more
Farewell,
questions.
my
I just wanted to complete
We
the mission.
will.
And I get a floor trophy that, you know, if I cared about going to my crew lounge, I could put in. And that's it for the Romulan arc. I'll grab this completion here and pick up that mission. So we have plenty of duty officer things going on. I have another skill. We're at level 27, so, you know, progress is being made. It may not be, you know, blindingly fast progress, but it's decent. At this point, we're going to start taking a look at our hull plate. Well, hull plating or critical severity? Well, it's not severity, critical chance. Yeah, we'll get critical chance going here. Don't want to completely ignore it. And we are now at the a little past the 11 o'clock hour, at least 11 o'clock Eastern, and that feels like it's a good time to wrap it up. That's the end of today's stream. It is the end of my week-long celebration of my 1-year anniversary for streaming. I hope you enjoyed the stream, whether you are watching it live or you're watching it after the fact on YouTube or on Twitch. And I'd like to thank you all for spending some time with me. It was an enjoyable evening. I will be again returning to Star Trek Online this Wednesday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern to approximately 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern. And I will also be doing Star Citizen next Saturday at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern to approximately 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern. I hope you all enjoyed the show. This is Korath Landwalker, signing off.